When everything goes wrong, when the lights are out, the cell towers are jammed, and the internet is just gone, where do people turn? They turn on their radio. So today, we are going to break down how broadcast stations, the absolute lifelines of our communities, can get ready to stay on the air when it really, truly matters most.
All right, just so we're all on the same page, this is part 4 of a 10-part series. We're doing an overview of a super detailed guide on disaster planning, recovery, and risk mitigation for small and mid-size AM and FM broadcast stations, and it comes from the experts at Virtualization Options LLC. In this explainer, we're zeroing in on Chapter 4, which is all about identifying the threats you face and figuring out your recovery goals. I mean, just let that sink in for a second. This quote really sets the stage perfectly. It's not hype, it's the stone-cold reality of the situation. Broadcast radio has this unique, irreplaceable role in an emergency. We're not just talking about keeping a business running here, we're talking about public safety. And that gets us to the heart of it, doesn't it? This whole idea of being the first informer. It's your fundamental mission, your reason for being. When your community is staring down a crisis and they need reliable information more than anything else in the world. And with that role comes this incredible, extraordinary weight of responsibility. It really means that having a disaster plan isn't just a smart business decision or some technical box to check. It's your essential duty to the listeners who are counting on you. Okay, so let's dive into the reality of it, because this guide is specifically for small and mid-sized stations. And let's be honest, they face a completely different set of challenges than the big corporate giants. So what are we actually talking about here?
Yeah, does any of this look familiar? This list probably hits close to home for a lot of you. We're talking about tight budgets, maybe one engineer who's stretched impossibly thin, and equipment that's, well, let's just say it's seen better days. Throw in being out in the middle of nowhere and having no dedicated IT security, the challenge becomes crystal clear.
But here's the good news, and this is important. It is not an impossible task. The whole point of the guide is to show that this is achievable. It's all about being strategic. It's about prioritizing what matters most and using smart, creative solutions to build resilience without, breaking the bank.
So where do you even begin? Well, the first step in any plan is to know your enemy. And we're going to start with the most obvious one, Mother Nature. And as you'll see, what you need to plan for really depends on where your station is on the map, right? I mean, a station in Florida is going to be worried about hurricanes. A station out in California is thinking about wildfires and earthquakes. If you're in the Midwest, it's tornadoes. And up north, you're battling brutal ice storms. You absolutely have to know your local threat to build the right defense. And this is a huge point the guide makes. We can't just look at what's happened in the past anymore. With extreme weather getting more frequent and more intense, what used to be a 100-year storm might be a 10-year storm now. You have to plan for the risks of the future, not just the history of the past. Okay, so we've talked about the big, scary stuff happening outside. But what about the threats lurking right inside your own station? Technical failures can happen in a flash, with zero warning, and they can be just as devastating as any hurricane.
Oh yeah, this list right here, this is the stuff that keeps station engineers and general managers up at night. Your main transmitter just dying, that critical link from the studio to the tower getting severed, the power grid going down, and then your backup generator fails. Any one of these can knock you off the air in a heartbeat. And this all circles right back to those challenges we mentioned earlier. Because of those tight budgets, a lot of smaller stations have single points of failure all over the place. There's no backup plan B, so when one critical piece of gear breaks, the entire chain snaps, and the station just goes silent. So after staring all these risks in the face, how do you even start to build a plan? Well, it all begins by defining your goals. And that really means asking yourself 2 very simple but very important questions about what's acceptable when a disaster actually hits. Seriously, think about it for your station. How long can you afford to be off the air? An hour? A day? And when you do get back on, how much of your programming, your logs, your data from the moments before the incident, how much of that are you okay with losing forever? The answers to these 2 questions are going to define your entire strategy. So that first question, how fast? That leads us to this official-sounding term, Recovery Time Objective, or RTO. This is your downtime clock. It's the absolute maximum amount of time a system can be down before it causes real harm. For your main on-air signal during a wildfire, your RTO might be just a few minutes. For your office billing software, maybe it can be down for a day. And that second question, the one about data loss, that defines your Recovery Point Objective, or RPO. This is all about how much work you're willing to lose. If your automation system backs up every night at midnight and you go down at noon, you've just lost 12 hours of data. Your RPO is 12 hours. If that's not acceptable, you need a lower RPO, which means, you guessed it, more frequent backups. And this brings it all back to our source. We aren't just pulling these concepts out of thin air. The entire framework for figuring out your risks and for defining your station's unique RTO and RPO is laid out step by step in that detailed guide from Virtualization Options LLC that we're covering in this series.
So we'll leave you with this final thought. It's not just a business. It's not just a signal. For your community in their darkest hour, your station is a lifeline. So the only real question left to answer is your lifeline ready?